Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Krong Affinity in Thomas format. So this is the second deck we're going to be taking a look at from the newest set. We're going to be playing with this new card called Krong Mastermind. This is a new Affinity card that says whenever this card enters the battlefield, if you have fewer than 4 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. So compared to something like a Thought Monitor, potentially if you don't have any cards in hand, you're going to be able to draw 4 cards, which is actually pretty sick. And it has the additional bonus effect. It says Krong gets +1/+0 for each other artifacts you control, so it can grow to a very sizable power and potentially threaten your opponent and forcing opponents to chump block, things like that. And despite the card being a legendary, it kind of forces a trade just because it attacks for such a large amount of damage. So it's going to come down, it's going to force a block, whether it be Barragoyf or, a Psychic Frog. It's gonna trade, but because you drew a bunch of cards, you probably drew another Krong and then replay that back, things like that. But obviously, there is a downside of this card, being that if you have more than 4 cards or, even 3 cards in your hand, it only draws you 1 card or nothing. But in a deck, such as ours, we have things like Chrome Boxes to go down on cards, we have Force of Negation to go down on cards, we also have Subtlety to go down on cards as well. So we have a lot of cheap mana artifacts that can come down on the battlefield, eventually run out of cards and then you play the Krong. So that is kind of the idea with this deck. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas BO3 to show you guys what it does. So let's hop over. Okay, this is not bad. I might just go Subtlety on this creature. And establish my Tamiyo early. Okay, so they have more.
I've read nearly the entire library.
They don't have more. Interesting. Oh, I would think opponent would actually, keep those Tamiyos, but they just said no. I don't like Tamiyos. Which is kind of strange. So opponent topped it. I'm trying to cast a thought cast, right? So we'll have another Subtlety here. Unearth. So it's an Oculus deck. Unearth. Okay, I think I'm just going to Otawara this Psychic Frog. Benefit of having a Tamiyo. Pretty good here. Okay, they're gonna go into block immediately. I thought they would discard first and then block, Oh, thank God. That would have been a disaster. Where's our Krang? Hello, any Krangs? Any Krongs? No Krongs?
This will be a boon to my research.
Alright, they're playing 2-color. But Tormod's Crypt and the Sogai Lantern. And 3 copies of Stern Scoldings. Let's go down on Emery, Bauble, Thought Monitor, Thoughtcast. Let's only have 2 Stern Scoldings. Okay, so we have a quite the interesting hand. We have a Subtlety and a Metallic Rebuke. I think that's good enough. A Moonshadow. I hope I draw land. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Since they didn't get to grow their Moonshadow here. Ooh, Psychic Frog. That's pretty good. I think I should probably prioritize getting the Kappa Cannoneer down next turn. Attack with the Navigator twice and then play the Kappa Cannoneer. Seems like a good idea. Ow. Might die though. Oh, the last card is Oculus. Pretty good. Think we're dead. I think it would take a miracle to win the game here. Yeah, we're dead. Because I have to force a... They're gonna force me a block here. Okay, so... I don't think we change anything. I think we just go again. I don't think I should have actually dealt with the Moon Shadow. I should have actually dealt with everything else.
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
Yeah, I think the problem was I was trying to deal with Moon Shadow and then it was bad, basically. Okay, I think they might actually take away the Thought Cast here. Because if they take away the Metallic Rebuke, I have a Stern Scolding for the Psychic Frog, and then if they take away the Stern Scolding, I have a Metallic Rebuke. And then later on, I can just cast the Thought Cast, so... Okay, so... Probably like a big stuff is gonna come out next turn, maybe. Soul Guy Lantern. Not bad.
Every plane has stories.
Man, like,
Violence is not the answer.
kind of wanted to land. I guess I can like get back like a counter spell. Pretty strong too.
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on only
Ooh, Ether
one
Spell Bomb.
project?
Still, missing that land. Yeah, missing that land here.
I highly recommend this book.
Okay, let's go Ether Spell Bomb here. Draw a lot of creatures. Yeah, I'm actually beginning to think we might need a way more Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, we're gonna need some way more Kappa Cannoneers. Kappa Cannoneers. Oh, we see Krang for the first time, but our hand is absolutely bad. So, yeah, I don't know. We see Krang for the first time, but man, is our hand absolutely bad. It's just so many bad cards, like creatures stuck in our hand
I'll be in the library.
for us to like take advantage of this. I think I might just sacrifice the Tammy on the Psychic Frog here. I don't really mind. Block. They have to discard 3, and I will Soul Guy Lantern right after. The thing I want to avoid is opponent discarding 3 cards and then they play the Oculus. Right? I think that's like the worst case scenario. So right now they exactly have 6 cards in the yard. So I think I have to crack this now. Because if it's a land into that, then we have a problem. Right? Like land into an Oculus. So there was a land. So Metallic Rebuke. I'm having some trouble being able to...
Respect the library. Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
Okay, we're gonna keep that. So there's 2 cards in the yard. I'm pretty sure this is an Oculus in their hand. I'm almost positive. Let's sacrifice this again.
I hope you don't mind if I take notes.
Yep, there's that Oculus.
Violence is not the
Moon Shadow. Let's attack. Not gonna block.
Words can't fix everything.
Navigator. Play the Chrome Mox. I don't think we exile anything, right? Since we're gonna have blockers here.
Respect the library. I am not defenseless.
I don't know. Is Krang good? So far, we haven't really... I mean, maybe I should have actually exiled it because... I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should have actually exiled it. Okay, so there's that abhorrent Oculus. Okay, so they had a mystical dispute. Subtlety would have been actually nice.
So many stories to catalog, it will take a lifetime.
Okay, we're gonna play Kappa Cannoneer. Mox Opal. Alright, GG's. That was a really cool game. Oh, we have a pretty good start. Look at this. That's a really good start. That was a really good start, wasn't it? We also have a subtlety here. Very nice. Mono red. Ragavan, we don't really care about. Okay, let's attack with this. Another Landlord Navigator. I'm looking for another artifact. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. I should probably pass? Nah, I should play this. And leave up a subtlety.
I stayed up too late reading.
Surely not leaving up a metallic rebuke is okay. They could have a fury, but we have a subtlety. Okay, now we have a subtlety now. Nice. Mono red. So, mono red plays very few basics. I think the Harbinger of the Seas, from my experience, my personal experience, Harbinger of Seas has been very, very good. I'm gonna cut on Emery, and maybe 2 Thought Monitors? No, I should cut the Thoughtcast. I don't know how good Ether Spell Bomb is gonna be. I think I might actually cut it. Okay, we have a subtlety, and we have a pretty similar looking start here. We'll start with the Tameo and then leave up a subtlety. It's a chalice. It was a chalice.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the
Okay, land waiting room. We have 3 lands. Oh, Magus doesn't do anything. It does prevent me from attacking though, that's kind of the thing. Hmm. I'm gonna hopefully we get a land next turn or an artifact. That's what I'm looking for here. Very nice. That's actually perfect. It triggers both the Landlord Navigator plus the shutting down the strip mine. I couldn't have asked for better. I think I'm just gonna attack like this. And then get a trade off of a Magus here and then play the Cap Cannoneer. Ooh, but the Crown though. I gotta play the Crown, right? Yeah, I gotta play the Krong. Like, can I play this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay. I'm excited. Four lands. Okay, seems like we are dealing with some sort of mono red, I believe. And
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
what is this stop though? It's not a surgical. It isn't a pyrokinesis because if they had a pyrokinesis, there was nothing on the... Can the pyrokinesis work even though there's like nothing on the battlefield? Maybe that's it. Okay, apparently it does work. Hopefully this Krong's gonna get bet value. Bombardier. I still can't cast Krong. Next turn, I guess. I probably use all the resources here. So that I can play this out for some value. I hope they don't have a land into So I can't play this anymore. Unless I top deck a Mox Opal or something. So I bounce. Play this. I have 3 mana. I still can't play it. Because if I bounce it, this is gonna become a 4 mana card. Because I lose 1 Affinity. I think we're just dead though. Like opponents just established everything and we didn't really draw much. We drew 5 lands, Mishra's Bauble, and Ether Spellbomb, so Did opponent miss lethal? I think they did. They could have exiled this and then... I mean, we're dead no matter what here, but... They can just copy and deal 6 damage. -1 Emery. -1 Krong. I think that's it. Yeah, Krong is unfortunately bad here because it's double blue. Okay. I can have a Metallic Rebuke up on turn 1. And then into a Subtlety. Chrome Mox. I think I'm actually going to Metallic Rebuke this. Into a Chalice for 0. I don't know why I shocked that. I thought I had 4 mana for some reason. The Mishra's Bubble made it look like I have a... What a mistake. I guess I shouldn't have countered the Chrome Mox there. Mox Opal is useless now.
This is an interesting story.
So they could strip mine my Seed of the Synod. Unless they're really desperately trying to get to the 3rd mana here. Okay. We're gonna go into Dawn Monitor. I think I should be able to sacrifice... Oh, it's a Fable. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice a Mishra's Bubble. Bombardier, that's gonna be Subtletied. Another Thaw Monitor. I should maybe Thaw Monitor next turn. Since they could lead with the Strip Mine into a land... No, they're not gonna be drawing a land, right? No, but... The Fable is gonna proc. So I should pass. So I leave up the Subtlety. Oh wait! Chalice is not on the X equals 1. So I can just play the Spell Bomb. Okay. So these are not lands. So we play the Spell Bomb, play the Thought Monitor. I guess I kind of missed the Krong. I might actually have to Otawara the Chalice? Right? Force of Negation, that's really good. Let's say I Otawara the Chalice and I can play Mox Opal, Mishra's Bauble, and a Chrome Mox onto the battlefield. Doesn't seem too bad. Okay, we got a Subtlety. Let's actually Thought Cast first. A Force of Negation. So many bad cards stuck in our hand. Oh yes, there it is, there it is. So Otawara the Chalice. Mox. Mishra. I shouldn't have played the Mishras first. Then they're just going to play the Broadside Bombardier though. Am I wrong? Did I just die? Yeah, still a bit awkward actually. I think I have to leave up the Subtlety. Give them one ring if they play it. I think this is much safer. They're looking for a land, right? So it's not a land, which is good. Okay, barely got there. Yeah, I forgot about the Harbingers again. Harbinger is unironically pretty decent against them. And they have a Chalice for X equals 0, which is pretty bad. Also, I cannot sideboard anymore apparently. Oh, yeah, I can't click that arrow. Stern Scolding hasn't been I feel like it hasn't been too great. It only hits Ragavan and the Bombardier. Okay, this hand is decent. It does depend if they like mulligan to Chalice though. I hope not. I get instantly blown out if they have a Chalice on turn 1. Chrome Mox. Oh, thank God. So what are we exiling? I feel like I want the Landlord Navigator. So I'm gonna be playing the Landlord Navigator here, right? I think it might be Tamio.
Oh, I stayed up too late reading. Again.
And then leave up a Force of Negation. I feel like I should. They have 0 mana something. Ooh. Okay, it was a Chalice. So I can't cast my Subtlety. Although I can evoke it, but I think I just kind of want to do this. Oh, wow. Is this too greedy, what I did? Maybe I should have just left the Landlord Navigator for the Subtlety, but the Magpies! I don't know. Yeah, the Magpies! Right, we got a beautiful hand with the Landlord Navigator. Awesome. I've noticed a lot of the games, it's kind of coming down to... Whoa, Chrome Mox. Blue and a Chrome Mox. Wonder what it is. Wonder what it is here. Oh, it's a show and tell. Oh, whoops. I don't have a counter spell for that. Whoopsie. Darn. I could have definitely, you know... Okay, so this is a... Opponent's about to cast Aatroxa, and we have a Metallic Rebuke, but they can pay it. What are we drawing next? That's not gonna do it. We need to draw a counter spell or subtlety or something. No, those aren't gonna do it. Okay. Now I know what they're playing. We will play accordingly. That definitely caught me off guard, by the way. I didn't expect the opponent to just throw down a show and tell like that. I was kind of curious what they were playing because they played a Chrome Mox into Ponder. But it was that kind of deck. Yeah, we have a Force of Negation, Kappa Cannoneer, and Metallic Rebuke, and Sink into Stupor. Pretty good cards overall. Ponder. Now they know I have a Force of Negation. I feel pretty safe, relatively speaking. I can get down the Kappa Cannoneer like in 2 turns or something. Another Metallic Rebuke. Okay, we're gonna play the Kappa Cannoneer and then... no, right? I can't actually do that. Then I can't leave up Metallic Rebuke. Next turn. Next turn. Hullbreaker Horror. Oh wow. Well, that sucks. Miss Rice Village. No. Can't believe they play Miss Rice Village. Huh. The DAW monitor is not gonna work, huh? Because I can't Chrome Mox the DAW monitor. Mana card coming out. Barragoyf. Krong's pretty expensive, actually. Very clunky hand. I thought, you know, with some draws, I thought maybe I can get this down, but it is an unbelievably expensive card. 8 mana card. This is a 7 mana card. I underestimated how expensive this is. Definitely not as good as I thought. That's for sure. I have severely underestimated the cost of this. It's still gonna be too expensive. That's crazy. Yeah, that's actually insane how expensive this is. Absolutely insane. Crazy expensive. They play Chalice in a Jund deck with Fatal Push. Excuse me? Yeah, excuse me? Oh, they got a Pyrogoyf. I think it might be over, honestly. Just Krong's too expensive. Krong's too expensive. No, not another Krong. It might still be okay because Pyrogoyf is only dealing 3. I can't play this because of the random Chalice in a Jund deck that plays Fatal Push and probably Thought Seizes and whatnot. Very, very cool. Makes total sense whatsoever. We're dead though because they have a reflection of Kikijiki with the Pyrogoyf and random Chalice in a Jund deck. Pretty insane, if you ask me. It's as if they knew they were gonna queue into an Affinity. You know what I mean? Alright, Jund with the Chrome Mox as well. Just looks like a typical Jund. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we deal with this deck other than just going absolutely crazy as early as possible. Can't play the Emery out in turn 1. So I should play the Mox Opal in case they have another Chalice on X equals 0. A very annoying game indeed. Very annoying game. Yeah, Chalice. Pretty insane. Crazy that they play a Chalice, by the way. It's not like Emery would have done anything there with the Chalice up. Nice. Nice one. Nice one, opponent. Chalice Jund. Chalice Jund.
Oh, I stayed up too late reading. Again.
Okay. If that's the case, if this card gets to attack, it might be game over. Oh, I can't leave up a Metallic Rebuke. Which means there could be like Toxic Deluge and whatnot. Pyrogoyf. Again, can't play the Tormod's Crypt. And we should be able to win here. Because if they Toxic Deluge, they're dead. And we have a Sink into the Stupor. All right. So they play one ring. I'm thinking maybe I should bring some Disruptor Flutes instead of some of these 0-mana cards. Not quite good. Not quite good enough here, but could be okay. Chrome Mox start. Chalice equals 0, there we go. And the Hexing Squelcher at that. Ooh, they have another land. So this could be one ring, or a 4-mana card. Let's say I play this. And next turn I play Disruptor Flute and Seed of the Synod. Doesn't seem too bad. What if it's another Pyrogoyf? I guess I lose either way if it's a Pyrogoyf. Okay, this is a land. That is a land the opponent has. Into a Blood Moon that doesn't do anything. Let's say I attack. They block with the Hexing Squelcher. Sure. I think that's fine, right? They're not gonna block. They're not gonna block. I should just pass. And then leave up a Sink to Stupor. Okay, that makes it easy. Soul Guide Lantern. Let's say I play the Sink to Stupor. What does that change? I get to make another Thieving Magpie? I was thinking about maybe leaving up a Sink to Stupor, but even if a Barogoyf or a Pyrogoyf comes down, I don't think it matters because I just have infinite blockers. Okay, so we played this couple of games today. So how good is Krong Mastermind? I think this card is a little bit too expensive. I do think it's better than a Dawn Monitor if it lands on the battlefield. But as like a multiple copies of, I do think a Dawn Monitor is a bit better. So I would probably save your wild card, potentially not even craft this, or maybe you can play like 1 or 2 copies of. I think that's suitable if you're gonna be playing Affinity, right? I think the reason why this card is not good is because it's just too expensive. I was under the impression maybe it's okay because we have so many, like, you know, we have this many artifacts plus a Tameo plus Landlord Navigator generating artifacts, and we have a Seed of Synods and Darksteel Citadel. So I thought it was gonna be okay, but it's just way too expensive. You need 6 artifacts on the battlefield. It still costs 2 mana. That's kind of crazy. So I think this card is decent, but I wouldn't play more than maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.